Kendall Jenner showing off her supermodel poses for her 103 million Instagram followers, and Bella Hadid for her 22 million followers. But now they're under fire for their role in the now infamous Fyre Festival fail.
It gives people that type of energy.
The models featured in the promotional video, along with Emily Ratajkowski.
You're talking swimming pigs, beautiful Bahamian islands, beautiful models, beautiful parties.
Billed as the vacation of your dreams, your own private island featuring luxury accommodations, gourmet food, and top musical artists like Migos, Major Lazer, and Blink-182. But in reality,
turn this bus right around.
There was no luxe lodging, no supermodels to be found. The festival's path from blaze of glory to burnout, documented in Fyre, the greatest party that never happened, on Netflix. And now those influencers are under the microscope.
That new fallout over the Fyre Festival.
Last week, a judge approved a request to subpoena records from Kendall Jenner and the agencies representing Bella Hadid and Hailey Bieber, among other models, performers, and social media influencers who were collectively paid more than $5 million to build buzz for the now failed festival.
The bankruptcy court is trying to track down the money and where it went, and they don't have direct access to the perpetrator of the fraud because he's incarcerated. And so the best way for them to go about that is to look at other people that were compensated and paid for services in and around the festival.
According to court records, Kendall Jenner was reportedly paid $275,000 to promote the event in this now deleted Instagram post. There was no mention that it was a paid ad. One of the influencer companies named in that subpoena, Jerry Media, part of the massive marketing and design strategy for the Fyre Festival. Mick Perzicki is the company's CEO.
Fyre very quickly became one of our most important clients. They were trying to tap into a culture and a zeitgeist that they believed in, and they were uncompromising when it came to marketing.
Billy McFarland, CEO of Fyre Media Inc. and founder of the festival, came up with a unique way to build a buzz.
We have what will be known as the best coordinated social influencer campaign ever. We have 400 of the biggest people around the world, influencers, models, comedians, artists, actors, actresses, all at the same time posting the ambiguous burnt orange Fyre tile.
As soon as the models started posting, the Fyre Instagram account just started to blow up.
In the Netflix documentary, Perzicki talks about the lengths that Fyre Media went to maintain their image.
You would have Grant reaching out and saying, these comments are killing us. What do we do about all the people that are talking? The decision was to screenshot all of the legitimate questions and forward that over to the Fyre team, and then delete all of the negative comments that were degrading the brand.
I saw them actively deleting comments and then turning comments off entirely so that you wouldn't have 3,000 people saying, hey, I don't have my flight information, where do I need to go?
As highlighted in the Hulu documentary Fyre Fraud, graphic designer Orrin Axe started raising red flags.
There were a few different vendors who dropped out. For everybody, this is a red flag. This is one of those things that you kind of question, if they're doing something, why aren't we? But he would always come back to like, nah, and there's so much momentum, so much money, so much force behind everything that it's like, this train's not stopping.
Axe would later leave the company, and Netflix has drawn criticism for partnering with Jerry Media, a decision that director Chris Smith defends, saying they were independent.
So we felt good about trying to dive deep and do an objective sort of look at everything that happened, not just with Jerry Media, but with everyone that was involved. You know, Jerry Media's owed over $150,000. All these people were affected. They were trying to do their jobs. 1
year before the Fyre Festival debacle, Nightline profiled the rising company responsible for that Instagram account, whose name we can't say on air. They then had 10 million followers. Today, more than 14 million, including some top celebrities. And in their offices, memes equaled big money. 90% of their followers were between the ages of 16 and 35 years old.
In 1 minute, we had 2,079 likes, which is pretty good.
Experts estimated that top social media influencers like Elliot Tebele, one of the founders of Jerry Media, and his team were making upwards of $75,000 for branded posts on Instagram. ABC News reached out to Jerry Media and the models for comment on their involvement in promoting the festival, but have not heard back. One of the people who believed those Fyre Festival social media posts was Mark Crawford. He spent thousands of dollars for tickets after he saw the slick advertisement.
I actually heard through a friend of mine. She had the whole promotional video, and then objectively, when you look at it and we saw the package and we saw the video, it was a no-brainer.
Guests who paid thousands of dollars for the ultimate luxury getaway were stranded in waterlogged tents, eating soggy cheese sandwiches. The Fyre Festival story is a cautionary tale that not everything you see on social media is real. But advertisers are still cashing in on the promotional potential. This year, the social influencer market is expected to reach over $2 billion, with over 32 million sponsored posts on Instagram alone.
You're actually an influencer right around 10,000 followers, but you're certified influencer, if you will, at around 100,000. So right around that time, they start to make significantly more money.
In 2017, the Federal Trade Commission cracked down on social media influencers, sending more than 90 letters to celebrities, athletes, and other influencers and the brands they endorsed, reminding them that they must clearly and conspicuously disclose endorsements and advertisements.
The marketing was incredible. No one disclosed that they were ads. We find it very common for influencers to fail to disclose to consumers that they have a material connection with a good or service that you see on their post.
In the festival's wake, Billy McFarland responded to the growing outrage.
We took a big jump here and a big risk, and V1 has failed. So how we're solving this is, first, all guests have been taken home safely on planes. Next, everybody is being refunded for their ticket purchase. And then everybody is getting a comp ticket to Fyre Festival 2018.
Ultimately, McFarland was charged with defrauding investors of $27 million, telling a judge after pleading guilty to 2 counts of wire fraud, "I lied to investors about various aspects of Fyre Media and my personal finances," elaborating that he greatly underestimated the resources it would take to pull off an event of that scale.
What does going to prison look like for you?
I don't know. I haven't really gotten there yet.
McFarland is now serving a 6-year sentence in federal prison. Hulu paid McFarland for this interview. But 2 years later, those hurt the most were locals hired by the festival.
I went through about $50,000 of my savings that I could have had for rainy day.
Marianne Roll has since raised more than $200,000 through a GoFundMe page. And last week, Elliot Tabelli, one of the founders of Jerry Media, posted to Twitter, "Just gave every dollar my agency earned from the Fyre Festival back to the GoFundMe. Others should do the same."
What does that say about our society today, too, that you're able to basically have this glossy picture and people just accept it and buy in?
You know, he says it in the movie. This will be a case study that's studied, you know, in the future. And I think he's right.
Hi everyone, George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.